The Demon Hunter, Don't Kill It. In a remote Alaskan town blanketed by perpetual twilight, a sinister force begins to wreak havoc. A demon, ancient and cruel, has been unleashed, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. This demon carries a unique curse. Anyone who kills it becomes possessed by its dark spirit. When law enforcement fails to contain the chaos, the town turns to its last hope, a rugged, mysterious demon hunter named Jarek Hellstrom, played by Dolph Lundgren. Act 1. The Arrival. Jarek arrives in the desolate town, his weathered face and piercing blue eyes betraying a lifetime of battles against the supernatural. Armed with enchanted weapons and an iron will, he is no stranger to the darkness. The town's sheriff, a skeptical but desperate woman named Kate Reynolds, reluctantly enlists his help after witnessing the demon's horrifying power firsthand. Jarek explains the demon's curse to Kate and the townspeople: kill it, and you will become it. The only way to stop this thing is to trap it. While the town grapples with disbelief and fear, Jarek begins his investigation, uncovering that the demon was accidentally released during an archaeological dig in the nearby mountains. Act 2. The Hunt. The demon's attacks escalate, turning neighbors into enemies as the cursed spirit jumps from one host to the next. Jarek and Kate track the demon's path, piecing together clues from survivors who barely escaped its wrath. Along the way, Jarek mentors Kate, teaching her how to use ancient sigils and sacred traps to weaken the creature. The tension rises when the demon targets Kate's teenage brother, David. David becomes an unwilling host, forcing Jarek to fight him without killing him. This leads to a high-octane showdown in the town's abandoned sawmill, where Jarek uses his wits and strength to temporarily contain the demon. Act 3. The Final Confrontation. As the demon grows stronger, Jarek reveals the truth. His own soul is marked by the same curse. Years ago, he killed a similar demon and became its host before finding a way to expel it, but the darkness left scars on his psyche. Now, he faces the ultimate challenge: can he stop this demon without succumbing to his inner demons? In a climactic battle at the site of the archaeological dig, Jarek and Kate set a trap using ancient relics. As the demon takes its most terrifying form, Jarek lures it into the circle of containment. However, the trap begins to fail when the demon's power overloads the relics. In a desperate gamble, Jarek willingly allows the demon to possess him, using his mental fortitude and enchanted gear to bind it within his own body. With a final act of heroism, he plunges himself into a bottomless crevasse, ensuring the demon cannot escape. Epilogue: A Town Reborn. Kate takes up Jarek's mantle, vowing to protect others from supernatural threats. The town, though scarred, begins to rebuild. As the screen fades to black, a faint whisper echoes, a reminder that the demon's curse is never truly gone. Tagline: to save humanity, he must sacrifice himself to the darkness, but can the darkness ever truly be caged? Mark of Darkness. Months after Jarek's self-sacrifice, whispers of new supernatural disturbances begin to spread. Kate Reynolds, now the town's protector, has been training in secret, mastering the tools and knowledge Jarek left behind. One night, she discovers a strange mark glowing faintly on her wrist, a rune similar to those used to bind the demon. Kate realizes that Jarek's sacrifice may not have sealed the demon completely. Instead, it transferred part of its essence into her, leaving her as both its jailer and its target. She sets out to find answers, traveling to an ancient monastery hidden deep in the mountains. Act 1. A New Hunter. At the monastery, Kate meets Father Elias, an aging priest and scholar who once trained demon hunters like Jarek. Elias reveals that the mark is a runic key, a safeguard created by Jarek to prevent the demon from escaping. But it's not perfect. The demon's essence still seeks freedom, and dark forces are converging to help it break loose. Elias introduces Kate to an enigmatic ally, a young hunter named Theo, who has a mysterious past tied to Jarek. Theo is skilled but impulsive, and the two often clash over strategy. Despite their differences, Kate and Theo must join forces to stop a cult that has formed to summon the demon back into the world. Act 2. The Cult of Umbra. The cult, led by a charismatic but unhinged sorcerer named Vithak, has discovered ancient texts that can undo Jarek's sacrifice. Their plan is to use Kate's runic key to fully unleash the demon's power, creating a new era of darkness. Kate and Theo infiltrate the cult, but the operation goes sideways when Theo's brashness exposes them. In a breathtaking escape through underground catacombs, Kate is forced to confront the growing influence of the demon within her, her visions become more vivid, and she begins hearing Jarek's voice in her mind. Is it truly his spirit guiding her, or a trick of the demon? Act 3. The demon returns. The final battle unfolds at the hut of an ancient temple buried beneath a glacier. The cult manages to partially release the demon, which takes on a monstrous, shifting form. Kate's mark burns brighter than ever, and she realizes she must make a choice: use the runic key to destroy the demon, even if it costs her life, or find another way to seal it forever. With Theo's help, Kate devises a daring plan. Using her connection to Jarek's spirit, she lures the demon into a trap while Theo battles Vorthak in a brutal showdown. In a moment of clarity, Kate channels the demon's power into herself, trapping it within her mind. Epilogue: A hunter's burden. The cult is destroyed, and the town is safe, for now, but Kate knows the battle isn't over. With the demon's essence imprisoned in her mind, she begins to feel its corrupting influence. Father Elias warns her that this power, if unchecked, could consume her entirely. Kate decides to leave the town, vowing to find a permanent solution to the demon's curse. Theo joins her, and the two set off into the unknown, ready to face whatever darkness lies ahead. As they disappear into the wilderness, a faint growl echoes in the wind, hinting that the demon's hunger is far from sated. The whisper of shadows. Kate and Theo travel through a snow-covered wilderness, seeking an ancient artifact rumored to permanently sever the bond between Kate and the demon. However, Kate begins to experience vivid nightmares, and the voice of the demon grows louder in her mind. It tempts her with promises of power, subtly influencing her actions. Theo notices her growing aggression during training and their encounters with minor supernatural threats, but Kate brushes off his concerns. Their journey leads them to a ruined fortress known as the Shadow Spire, a place where ancient hunters once studied the art of demon imprisonment. According to Father Elias's notes, the spire contains a forbidden relic, the Soul Prism, a crystal capable of splitting a spirit from its host, but it comes at a terrible cost. The host must face the demon in an ultimate battle within their own mind. Act 1. The Shadow Spire. The duo enters the Shadow Spire, only to find it infested with shadow beasts, creatures born from the remnants of demons slain by hunters long ago. Theo battles valiantly, but Kate begins to exhibit unnatural precision and strength, fueled by the demon's power. After clearing the beasts, they find the Soul Prism in the spire's central chamber. As Kate touches the artifact, the demon seizes control for a brief moment, causing the runes on the walls to erupt with fiery energy. Theo intervenes, pulling her back before the chamber collapses. The incident leaves Kate shaken. She finally admits that the demon's influence is growing stronger and that she might not have much time left. Act 2. Betrayal and Revelation. As they leave the spire, Kate and Theo encounter a familiar figure, Jarek Hellstrom, alive but profoundly changed. He reveals that the crevasse did not kill him. Instead, the demon kept him alive as its tether to the mortal world. Jarek warns Kate that the Soul Prism is a trap created by ancient sorcerers to feed the demon's strength. Theo, however, grows suspicious of Jarek's intentions. When pressed, Jarek admits that he's partially under the demon's control and has been tracking Kate to ensure the demon doesn't grow strong enough to break free entirely. This revelation sparks a heated argument, with Theo accusing Jarek of being a threat. Unbeknownst to them, Vorthak, the sorcerer who survived the previous battle, is following them. He intends to reclaim the demon's full power and uses an ambush to sow distrust between the group. In the chaos, Kate succumbs to the demon's influence momentarily, nearly killing Theo before regaining control. Act 3. Into the Mindscape. Determined to end the demon's hold, Kate decides to use the Soul Prism despite Jarek's warnings. She activates the artifact, and her consciousness is pulled into a shadowy mindscape where the demon takes its true form, a colossal, shifting creature of flame, shadow, and torment. Inside the mindscape, Kate confronts the demon, but it reveals its ultimate plan. If Kate destroys it, her soul will be bound to the void forever, leaving her body as a hollow vessel for darkness. Jarek appears in the mindscape, offering to take her place as the demon's eternal jailer. Meanwhile, in the physical world, Theo and Jarek's weakened body fend off Vorthak, who seeks to disrupt the ritual and claim the demon's essence for himself. The battle is brutal, with Theo forced to make a heartbreaking decision: save Jarek or ensure Kate's survival. Climactic showdown. Inside the mindscape, Kate refuses to let Jarek sacrifice himself again. Drawing on her training and the strength of her own will, She binds the demon using the same runic magic that marked her. However, instead of destroying it, she disperses its essence into the soul prism, locking it away forever. The cost is immense. Kate loses part of her humanity, leaving her with an icy demeanor and a haunting connection to the void. In the physical world, Theo manages to defeat Vorthak, but the sorcerer escapes, vowing revenge. Kate awakens, visibly changed but alive. Jarek, now freed from the demon's influence, collapses, his body unable to endure the years of torment. He dies in Theo's arms, passing on his legacy to them both. The Eternal Watchers, Kate and Theo return to Father Elias, who warns them that while the demon's essence is trapped, other forces will seek the soul prism. Kate, now colder and more calculating, declares that she will guard it, no matter the cost. Theo, still loyal to her despite her transformation, agrees to stay by her side. The final scene shows Kate placing the soul prism into a hidden chamber, her glowing rune fading slightly but never disappearing. As they walk away, the faint sound of cracking glass echoes, hinting that the demon's prism may not hold forever. Cracks in the prism. Months have passed since the soul prism sealed the demon's essence. Kate and Theo have taken refuge in a fortified hideout deep in the mountains, training and preparing for any future threats. Despite their efforts, the balance between light and dark grows tenuous. Unbeknownst to them, the soul prism has begun to fracture. The demon's essence, though trapped, is adapting, using its connection to Kate to find new ways to influence the mortal realm. Visions of destruction plague Kate, and she starts seeing spectral figures from her past, both allies and enemies, warning her of a growing danger. Act 1, The Cult Reborn. Vorthak, the surviving sorcerer, has gathered a new following, calling themselves the Children of Umbra. They believe the soul prism is the key to ultimate power and are bent on destroying it. The cult launches an attack on Kate and Theo's hideout, forcing the duo to fend off waves of shadowy creatures conjured by Vorthak. During the battle, Kate's connection to the demon manifests as bursts of uncontrollable power, helping her fight but also frightening Theo. The cult escapes with vital information about the soul prism's location, setting the stage for a larger conflict. Kate grows frustrated with her inability to control the demon's influence. She confides in Theo, who suggests seeking out another surviving hunter, an enigmatic recluse named Azura, known for her mastery of soul magic. Act 2, The Hunter's Mentor. Kate and Theo track Azura to a remote desert wasteland, where she guards an ancient sanctuary filled with forbidden knowledge. Azura, a sharp and enigmatic figure, reluctantly agrees to help after sensing the demon's presence within Kate. She reveals that the soul prism was never meant to hold such a powerful entity for long. Azura teaches Kate a dangerous ritual to sever the demon's link to her mind, but it requires a rare element called Void Shard, found only in the heart of a dying volcano. Theo volunteers to retrieve the shard, leading to a perilous side quest filled with lava flows, hostile creatures, and cult ambushes. Meanwhile, Kate undergoes brutal training with Azura, confronting her deepest fears in preparation for the ritual. Act 3, The Volcano Showdown. The Children of Umbra ambushed Theo and Kate at the volcano, leading to a massive, explosive confrontation. Vorthak uses the fractured soul prism to unleash part of the demon's power, creating a chaotic battlefield where shadow beasts and fiery eruptions rage simultaneously. Kate faces Vorthak directly, wielding her runic weapons with precision. However, the demon seizes this moment to push her further toward darkness, whispering promises of invincibility. Theo manages to secure the Void Shard but is gravely injured in the process, forcing Kate to choose between finishing Vorthak or saving Theo. In a harrowing moment of clarity, Kate resists the demon's pull and saves Theo, leaving Vorthak to escape. She realizes that her humanity is her greatest strength, even if it makes her vulnerable. Act 4, The Final Ritual. With the Void Shard in hand, Kate returns to Azura's sanctuary for the ritual. The process involves Kate entering the ethereal plane, where the demon's essence must be fully expelled and locked away. However, Azura warns her that the demon's essence will try to manipulate her deepest regrets and desires. Inside the ethereal plane, Kate confronts manifestations of her past failures, including Yarek's ghost and the people she couldn't save. The demon appears in its true, monstrous form, attempting to overwhelm her with fear and guilt. Theo, outside the ritual circle, must defend Kate's body from another cult attack led by a desperate Vorthak. In a climactic moment, Theo uses Azura's teachings to activate protective wards, holding the cult back long enough for Kate to finish the ritual. Climactic showdown, victory or corruption? Kate finds the strength to defeat the demon by embracing her humanity and rejecting the power it offers. She uses the Void Shard to shatter the soul prism within the ethereal plane, creating a permanent prison for the demon's essence. However, the act comes at a cost. Kate's rune fades completely, severing her connection to the supernatural but leaving her weakened and vulnerable. Vorthak, realizing his plans have failed, attempts a final desperate attack. Theo confronts him in a brutal fight, ultimately defeating the sorcerer with a combination of cunning and raw determination. Epilogue, a fragile piece. With the demon's essence locked away and the cult dismantled, Kate and Theo return to the sanctuary to recover. Azura warns them that while this battle is over, the balance between light and dark will always be at risk. Kate, now free of the demon's influence, feels a mix of relief and loss. She and Theo vow to continue their mission as hunters, protecting the world from supernatural threats. The final scene shows them walking away from the sanctuary as the first rays of sunlight break through the clouds, a rare moment of peace in their dangerous lives.